Hello, I'm Dani, the founder of Tours in Paris, and I'm here to tell you that in the world of guided tours, passion and preparation make all the difference. So I'm going to show you how we prepare our guided tours. Because if I were you, if I were about to trust someone with my Paris vacation, I would like to know how they work. So in my case, as the founder of Tours in Paris, I think that creating a guided tour is pretty much like designing a French garden. And of course, I have a story to share about this because I'm a tour guide, I cannot help myself. So, going back to the 1600s, at the beginning of the century, the king's gardener, he had a son. His name is André. Now, André Lenôtre, ever since he was a little boy, he told his father, I want to be a painter. I don't want to be a gardener. And his father agreed to it. So from the age of 6, he started studying painting with the best. But when he was 22, his father got him the position of the chief gardener for the king's brother. That's not something that you can decline. So he dropped painting school, okay? And he became a gardener, but not like his father. And here comes what I find fascinating and inspiring about this story, that André Lenôtre, he never gave up his artistic vision, his true passion. Instead, he transformed gardening by applying everything he learned from painting school, like geometry, perspective, layer settings, spatial depth, all applied to garden design. André Lenôtre studied to be a painter and became what we would call a landscape architect. You can admire his masterpieces in Versailles, but also in Paris, in the Garden of Tuileries, or in the Garden of Luxembourg, where I am right now. I see a little of myself in Lenôtre's story because just as he wasn't just a gardener, I am not just a tour guide. I am a geographer and an art historian, and I bring my academic background into tour design in at least 3 ways. The first one is sharing my passion. Staying true to your passion is the key to success. Wouldn't you agree? Lenôtre never forgot his passion, and neither have I. To me, this isn't just a job. It's like a calling, that combines all my passions. The people I guide always comment, how they can tell that I love art. And it's because I don't fake it. I genuinely choose to show you the things I love. I truly love. The things that makes my eyes light up. I select stories and locations that I think will engage and captivate you as much as they do for me. And I've made this a rule. Every single guide in my team, they only do tours that they are passionate about. The second way is mapping Paris to fit your needs. When designing a garden, André Lenôtre, he first thought of what he wanted the visitor to experience. And then he adapted the landscape design to it. And it's the same for us. When we create a tour, we adapt the itinerary, we adapt the tour to your needs and preferences. And this is where my geography background kicks in. Remember, I am a geographer. I love maps. Space is very important to me. And I think of Paris as my office. So mapping my place of work is crucial, it's fundamental to me. I create maps of Paris, in my mind in order to be able to create flexible itineraries to adapt to different wants and needs. It's really frustrating when I hear my colleagues, other guides saying, for example, that the Louvre is not wheelchair friendly. What? Here in Tours in Paris, it's very important that the itinerary adapts to you. Not the other way around. But in order to do that, you need to know your place of work. You need to know the city. You need to have a clear map of it in your mind. And the third one is good storytelling. It may sound obvious to you, but trust me, it's not. Just as a French garden requires every single element to be carefully planned to create a breathtaking landscape, good storytelling requires a good arrangement of information to create engaging knowledge. There's a world of difference between information and knowledge. In university, they teach you how to do scientific research. They teach you to connect the dots. And as an art historian, I feel like my job is to tell stories about art, not just listing facts. But I want you to really understand what I'm talking about, so I'm going to very quickly comment Mona Lisa for you. Are you ready? Let's go to the Louvre. All right, we arrive at the most busy room in the whole museum. And behind the bulletproof glass you will see Mona Lisa. This painting was made by Leonardo da Vinci between 1503 and 1506. It's an oil painting on wood panel. It measures 77 centimeters by 53 centimeters. The name of the woman there is Lisa Gerardini, and she is the wife of a wealthy Florentine merchant called Francesco del Giocondo. The painting is known for its use of sfumato, which is a technique where Da Vinci blurred the transitions between colors, creating soft, lifelike appearance. It was part of the royal collections and has been displayed in the museum ever since its opening day, the 10th of August, 1793. As an art historian, I would rather tell the story like this. It's 1516. The King of France, Francis I, he is crazy in love with Italy. He loves Leonardo da Vinci's work, so he will invite him to come here to France. Leonardo accepted the invitation and came to Paris with a painting, an unfinished painting, that he began in 1503 back in Florence. A neighbor of him called Francesco, he asked him, "Can you make a portrait of my wife?" And Leonardo replied, "Yeah, of course." Now, the wife's name is Lisa. And although the use of canvas was very popular in the 1500s, Leonardo chose to continue with the medieval tradition to paint on wood, but for a very modern reason. It's because of the technique he was using, called sfumato. And this technique required a very smooth and stable surface, which the poplar wood provided. With the canvas, he couldn't have accomplished the same level of detail and shading that makes Mona Lisa so remarkable. When the king saw it, King Francis, he loved it right away. He bought it from Leonardo da Vinci. So Lady Lisa back in Florence never got her portrait. Now it was decorating the walls of the palace, which after the French Revolution became the Louvre Museum, and it still hangs on its walls. Do you see the difference? When I lead a tour, I or any member of my team, it's not about listing facts. It's about inviting you into a story. I would love you to see this in action. That's why I prepared videos with free previews of our guided tours. So go watch them. And if you think that what we do here at Tours in Paris and the way we do it is something that you would like for your Paris vacation, fill out the form and let's get started.